Mommy, look, eat it.
All right. Thank you all for coming out. I'm attorney L. Chris Stewart with Stewart Miller Simmons in Atlanta, along with Nathan Hoffman, who's with my firm. We are joined by Justin Howell of DeCello Levitt, based here. We are also joined by famed attorney Willie Gary out of Florida, who could not make it. We have proudly today filed a lawsuit in Lucas County, Ohio, fighting for Antonio Gaston, who is represented by his wife, Renita, and as you can see, their large family. Today's lawsuit is not just for Mr. Gaston. It is for all of the workers out there to protect them from suffering what was a preventable tragedy that happened to him that day. This lawsuit was filed to get the truth of what truly happened to Mr. Gaston, because we do not believe we are getting the truth from Stellantis. Largely, why was someone whose job was to deliver and retrieve parts allegedly tightening undercarriage bolts, which is the story that Stellantis has said? Why were there no guarding put up around the conveyor belt to prevent a tragedy like this, which is a standard industry practice, which is mandated? Why is it so dangerous, and why was nothing done? This lawsuit is to get to the truth. This lawsuit is taking on a corporate giant, but because of the horrific death of Mr. Gaston, the family has no fear in taking on a giant this size, and neither do we. Workers must be protected, and must be respected, not just while alive, but after suffering a preventable tragedy. Ms. Gaston has a few words about her husband.
So, the day that I got the call about Tony not, that there was an accident, it was the hardest day of my entire life to hear that news, and then to have to call my children and tell them that their dad died at work. So he was here in Toledo. He had been transferred out here. We are in Illinois. And so to know that, like, they didn't get to see him. They didn't get to see him. They didn't know that he wasn't going to come home from work. They didn't know that the next weekend we were supposed to, all get together and see him, that they would never see their dad again. And it's just been hard. It's been difficult not having him. I miss him so much. And I don't want this to happen to another family. I don't want another family to get a call that their person was at work, working at work, and get a call that they're not coming home. I don't ever want to see that happen again. And I want to know the truth of what happened to my husband at work, because I haven't gotten anything. I haven't gotten any answers. I haven't gotten any, and all the questions just go unanswered. And it's coming up on a year, and so I just don't want this to happen to another family.
Now we know that OSHA cited Stellantis for what they categorize as a serious violation, for not having the proper guarding, for not protecting the pinch points. And essentially, this shouldn't have happened. The guarding should have been there. Whether it was removed, whether this was ill-equipped, whether this product was malfunctioning, we're going to get to the answers about what happened, because this should not have happened at the plant. Quick questions.
What are you seeking in a lawsuit?
Justice is the easy way to put it, because this is bigger than a financial amount. Number one, the truth for this family. They have not been given anything at all about what happened. They've seen the statements that Stellantis has put out, and they disagree with what has been said. It doesn't make any sense. And then we saw that Stellantis appealed the decision by OSHA that found a serious violation, which just basically ties the reports and all of the documents up even longer so that we can't get to the truth. So we're going to get to the truth with a lawsuit and with a judge and a jury who aren't part of this situation and are part of the community.
How long have you said you had just started working here, or?
He had been here 2 years.
Okay.
2 years.
You worked in Illinois previously at a Chrysler plant there,
Yes.
or a Stellantis plant there?
Yes.
Yeah, that plant that he worked at prior was shut down, which prompted his move here. And part of our investigation is gonna be looking into, were the job cuts at the factory, was that part of what affected this? Was the pressure to meet production quotas part of this? We've heard a lot of things that happen at the factory, the pressure to produce, putting people that are understaffed in positions they shouldn't be in, overworking the workers. All of that leads to tragedies like this. And that shouldn't happen at a multi-billion-dollar company. So we will get to the truth of what happened for Mr. Gaston and for all workers out there.
Where does the suit go from here? You filed it, you said today?
The lawsuit has been filed today.
Where does it go from here? What are the next steps, I guess?
Yeah, the case has been signed to Judge Lindsay Navarre. Typically, the way it works is we'll have to get service of the complaint on Stellantis, and then we'll have a case management conference to set dates, including a trial date that would likely be set probably a year and a half out from here.
Yeah, these things generally take quite a while.
They can, yes, and we'll have quite a bit of discovery to do, taking depositions, issuing written discovery to try to get some of the answers that Mr. Stewart was referencing.
Have you had any contact with Stellantis about the lawsuit? Have they had any response?
No, we have not. But they'll be forced to respond to the lawsuit, so we'll get our answers in court.
And I believe he's a member of the UAW, and are they a part of this lawsuit as well?
No, we did not sue the UAW.
He was a UAW member?
He was a member.
And the family, they're all still in the Illinois area?
Yes. Yeah. So, these are our children, our daughter Taylor, our son Antonio, his wife Felicia, Nicholas, his nephew, and Micah, his other nephew that he raised in Nicholas's family, Mariah, his wife, Mariah.
Are there any other connections with Stellantis that your family has?
Do you think safety was put at risk for working under all these pressures, all these deadlines? Do you think safety was put aside?
That's typically what happens. As we know, a lot of companies work on the idea of profits over people. And so a lot of times, if you can get to a dollar quicker, even if that means sacrificing your workers' safety, some companies will do that. And we will see if Stellantis did that in this situation. You can cut corners to make money faster, but you put lives at risk. If you don't put guarding up to prevent someone from reaching through something where a conveyor belt is functioning, you know that you should have that up. But that costs money to add it. You can work quicker without it. If you're understaffed and you have people doing different jobs that they aren't properly trained to do, and you know they don't know how to properly do it, but you don't want to pay what you need to pay to other workers, situations like this happen.
Was Antonio doing something, a different job? Did they make him do another job that he was ill-equipped, or the safety was not there for him to do?
We'll be looking into that. We believe that could have been the situation. And we'll go into that in the lawsuit, but not today. But there's a lot of questions that have not been answered. There's a lot of things that have been put out that are not accurate.
Are you looking at similar cases?
What's that?
Are you looking at and referencing similar cases to this one?
Definitely. we're looking at every accident, injury, even if it wasn't a death. If this was a situation that had a similar situation, but it didn't lead to a death, to see just how much was known at the factory or at other similar factories, whether at the South factory or the North factory, or even in other states. I mean, Stellantis is huge. They're everywhere. They're aware of the safety precautions that have to happen. We take on factories and companies all across the country, so we know where to look and we know how to get that information.
You mentioned that that safety equipment was removed. You mentioned the safety equipment was removed in the complaint. Do you know at what point it was removed, or is that another unknown that you're still looking into?
It's unknown. We'll be looking into it in the lawsuit.
And then my other son, Ephraim, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave you out. This is our other son, Ephraim.
The whole family's here, right, to support Antonio. He moved from another 2 states over to come here to work. He sacrificed literally his life for the family.
Yes, the entire family's here. The support of his coworkers, as the community has probably seen, has been huge. Everyone just says that he was constantly, the happy spirit at work, laughing and joking and keeping everyone smiling. So everyone is supporting him, and we'll get justice for Mr. Gaston. Thank you all.